I'm Monica from Urban Goddess. You know, magic doesn't have to be expensive. Let me show you how you can use common, everyday items that you find in the grocery store to make magic. So what we're going to start with today is sprinkling salt. Every good witch should have some sprinkling salts in her arsenal. Easy, cheap. I mean, you can buy the stuff from other people, but why spend $10 on this when you can buy this, have all of this in your cupboard already for much less? So let's get started. I like sea salt. You don't have to use sea salt. You can use regular table salt if that's what you prefer. I just happen to like the feel and texture of this stuff, so we'll start with that. I'm going to put it here in my mortar. You don't have to have a mortar. You can use a regular bowl, regular spoon. It really doesn't have to be that complicated. So we're going to put a little in there, and you can see it's a little chunky. It's has a nice texture to it. Now when you add things to it, you really have to keep in mind what your intent is. What do you want this salt to do? We're going to work on some protection and some salt maybe to keep negativity away. And what I like to do with it is I like to sprinkle it on the windowsill, maybe across the door threshold, just to keep all the negative stuff out and all the good stuff in. So you'll find these, I'll bet you have some of them in your cupboard right now. Some sage, maybe a little basil leaf, you know, there's little vanilla extract. All of this stuff is just already, you don't have to spend a ton of money, so we'll put a little bit in there. So, smells amazing, and it doesn't really take a lot. You can just mix it, think about the peace that you're going to create and the negativity that you're going to keep away, and how this is going to work wonders for your environment. So keep that intent in mind as you're mixing. Maybe use a little basil. Oh, that smells heavenly. Mix that all together. You see, it starts to look a little less like salt and a little more like something with some oomph behind it. That's what you want. So if you want to add some oils, you have some essential oils, you can do that. When you add oil, be a little more sparing with it. You don't want to add it all at once. It'll clump up, and the idea is to keep the salt sprinkable. You don't want to have a big clump of it. So this is rosemary, and it's another wonderful thing for protection, and it smells great. So we're just going to drop a little, dab will do ya. You don't have to go crazy with it. And then right away, just go ahead and mix that up. And that's really all there is to it. If you want to get poetic, you've got a poem you want to recite over it, an incantation, you know, you want to burst into song, you can do that. It's not necessary. Really, it's just all about, as you're building it, as you're making it, what do you want it to do? Smells amazing. That's brilliant for protection. You can do things for love, around the bed, maybe a little salt for, you know, helping the amour happen. A little lavender, definitely the vanilla. I have some flowers that I dried myself that they smell very flowery and sweet, and it's wonderful. You can add some of that. A little bit more salt. With that, I'd like to add the salt last because it helps grind it up. It helps break it down a little bit. Just get in there and really work it. Little lavender. Again, be sparing. You don't want to knock out the neighborhood. There you go. Take your spoon. And that's it. Smells like magic. So that's all I have for you today. Come back again, join us. Definitely subscribe to this channel. We have a lot of wonderful things that the Urban Goddesses have cooking, and we'd love to share it with you. And as always, keep stirring the cauldron.